Hey, what was this? Best show for cricket commentary. छोड़ दो स्टार स्पोर्ट एवरीथिंग. What's this? A Sports Entertainment. पिछला वर्ल्ड कप फुल सारे कैप्टन्स उनके पास पाकिस्तानी टीम एंड दे आर लिटरली नाइस विद एंटरटेनमेंट विद गॉसिप एंड एवरीथिंग.
The sexy accent.
I want to know what is your idea about Italy, if you want to make the same thing.
Can you talk a little louder? You have a beautiful voice, but you. In these days, you speak. Where are you from?
Italy.
From Italy. Oh, I loved Italy.
Oh, Italy. I love that restaurant with the grocery store attached. Oh, now. Love it. So good.
You know, जो I think ये सब it's all about power dynamic. अगर आपसे कोई powerful है, he makes fun of your accent or your language or where you come from, we take it as a joke. But if someone makes some fun of an American accent,
Now tell me, which section are you from? Formaggio? Produce? Self-checkout? By the way, Trump is the only person on earth who has ever asked an Italian person to talk louder. Of course, as we saw last week, not every accent does it for him. Sometimes it just confuses him.
Mr. President, people in India would be welcoming your decision to extradite Habur Rana to...
I can't understand a word he's saying.
Dude, come on. If you don't understand what someone is saying, don't be rude and dismiss them. Just laugh and go, oh my God, that's so crazy, like a normal person. I mean, is Trump sure that he wants to be president? Because this is the worst job in the world if you don't understand accents. It's like working as an escort if you're still...
more than 40% call centers for any customer support in US is in outsourced. So
not 100.
but ये क्वेश्चन में बहुत आया होगा. Yeah, these politicians, celebrities, do they really manage their bills like TV subscription and everything, and do they call the customer services? Because if they do, they must be used to these accents. But if you don't, I think they don't.
100% sure which hole it's supposed to go in. Although, would that actually make you a great escort?
Hey, if you guys like this kind of journalistic roast, I'll surely recommend you guys one more thing. If you have seen, it's News Laundries. I think they call it Hafta. Manisha does it. News Laundry, yeah. Nuisance.
साफ गंगा.
जांच में ये पता चला कि
का आशीर्वाद. Meanwhile, when the people...
Full disclaimer, no promotion of News Laundry. अपने राय खुद बनाइए, मेरी राय से मत चलिए, अपने व्यूज़ खुद बनाइए, खुद समझिए. But हाँ, she does it. One more guy, there are some YouTubers, but proper mainstream news channel is News Laundry who is doing this. So, sure.
I guess we'll never know. By the way, if you're wondering how tough Indian accents are for Trump, he had to get a translator for it. Not for the language, for the accent.
It is evident that how the deep state of United States was involved in regime change.
Look at him.
So what is your point of view about the Bangladesh?
And what is the role that the deep state played in the situation in Bangladesh? And what is the role that the deep state played
What is your point of view about the deep state of United States was involved to regime change? So what is your point of view about the Bangladesh?
And what is...
I think the issue with we Indian is we pronounce each and every word. and to the T. So
The role that the deep state played in the situation in Bangladesh.
I can't believe Doge is going around looking for inefficiencies. Meanwhile, Trump has an English to English translator.
I think I'll show you something English to English one. It's funny. It's very funny.
Would you like to come to my place for a coffee before I drop you home?
She's inviting you home for a coffee.
Would you like to?
This is also.
Audiences have been.
I think कोई ये जानबूझ के कोई नहीं करता, but when you are in front of someone who is not used to your accent, so आप उस सामने वाले को comfortable करने के लिए you try to imitate their accent. So nothing wrong in it. And
been loving this movie. They've been dancing in the aisles in theaters. What has that response meant to you?
Oh, it's been great. I was at the TCL yesterday. That was on my bucket list. I was really waiting to watch that. And oh my God, it just blew my mind. That reaction yesterday was nothing less than the reaction back home in theaters. I was like, people were dancing, people were yelling, people were shouting, screaming. No, I just loved it. That was a whole experience altogether.
But there is a way of doing it. It should not be disrespectful. Like people usually do it. मतलब जब हम किसी बिहारी से मिलते हैं, we try to imitate his accent and talk to him in that way. But it sometimes feels demeaning if you don't crack or get it proper in a correct way. And but some people, it depends to people. If you're not comfortable with the accent, don't try it. But yeah, it's natural. कोई judge करने की ज़रूरत नहीं थी यहाँ पे.
But if you do have to have a translator for accents, why does the translator also have an accent?
Yeah, that is what I was pointing out. There is the question, जिसने सवाल पूछा और his accent, they both are same. I think he is not a person from US or native, because he also doesn't have the accent. Because if Trump has a problem with Indian accent, he is also speaking in Indian accent. He should have had someone from the US states and who could have explained him in his own accent, if accent is something he is bothered about.
Maybe the plan was to have a string of translators with slightly less of an accent until they finally got to
It's
something
like
Trump
Chinese
could
whisper.
process. Eventually, it'll just be the word Bangladesh written across the boobs of a swimsuit model. Oh, now I get it.
They can show
Anyway,
it.
back to Macron. Now, you might think that it's not wise for Europe to have the power of Macron's accent, but Trump himself admitted that it works.
I just want to tell you a little story. So we were at the Eiffel Tower having dinner with your wonderful wife and with my wonderful wife, and we came out and he started speaking the French deal. And we didn't have an interpreter, and he was going on and on and on, and I was just nodding, yes, yes, yes. And he really sold me out, because I got back the next day and I read the papers. I said, that's not what we said. He's a smart customer, I will tell you.
Look at that handshake.
Hold on. Forget the accent. What was going on with that handshake? Are they doing no, you hang up, but with their hands? Before we figure out Russia and Ukraine, we need a peace deal for the world's weirdest thumb war. So maybe this isn't going to come down to words at all, because if
And
you've
how he
noticed
puts his hand on Trump's.
how Trump and Macron interact, their hands alone tell a story.
Elles empoignent. Elles repoussent.
It's like जो husband wife होते हैं ना, like the husband थोड़ा he's horny or he just wants to play with it, and then there are parents in front of him, बेटे सब, और he tries.
Elles empoignent.
Wife हाथ रखती है.
Elles repoussent. Mais les mains peuvent aussi se rejoindre. Des mains tendues. qui me touche, qui vous touche. Le monde entier dans leurs mains.
Too funny. Translator se yaad hai, I want to show you guys something. Rahul Gandhi's problem with Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his translator. That's a comedy. Great to boot. Brute.
And we have all heard these grand promises.
We have all heard these grand promises.
Yes. Don't make me prime minister, he says. Make me the chokidar.
उसको समय दे ग्रास्प करने के लिए.
He says, അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നു അദ്ദേഹത്തെ
अरे वो इंग्लिश में बात बताना शुरू कर दिया था.
He says അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നു അദ്ദേഹത്തെ
Look how he puts his hand.
He says
तेलुगु में
അദ്ദേഹം പറയുന്നു അദ്ദേഹത്തെ he took the vote from the people of India and became the chokidar of Mr. Anil Ambani.
Repeat.
Vote from the people of India and became the chokidar of Mr. Anil.
അദ്ദേഹം 30,000
It's like a stand-up going on.
crore rupees given to Mr. Anil Ambani.
जो एक्ट होते हैं ना, not stand-up, जैसे थिएटर में भी प्लेज होता है, there are some impromptu plays, they do improvisation. It's like same without the tickets.
Then what do we do?
30,000 crores given to Mr. Anil Ambani. 30,000 കോടി അനിൽ അംബാനിക്ക് അദ്ദേഹം ദാനമായി നൽകി. He's never made an aircraft in his life.
I think with subtitles we would also understand what he is saying.
And that is why we respect the people of Tamil Nadu.
Narendra Modi, Tamil makkuடைய எதிரி.
I think Tamil Nadu people really hate Modi.
He says, make me the chokidar.
Don't make me prime minister, he says. Make me the chokidar.
He says
अरे भाई हिंदी में बोलना था. Sorry, regional language.
He took the vote from the people of India and became the chokidar of Mr. Anil Ambani.
He took the vote from the people of India.
अरे ये जो डिबेट है ना कि रिसेंटली चल रहा है, like Stalin said something about not people imposing central government imposing Hindi on states. But I think there will be a problem of management, and how would a person from North, politician, address and make the contact if they don't know the language? But ये issue सब जगह होना चाहिए, because I think this issue is with UK as well, because Welsh is something not everyone knows. I think in Crown, Prince Charles speech देता है, his first speech is in Wales. Not everyone knows Welsh, because English is the Queen's language, and then they have the accents, Welsh, Scottish, but Cockney and everything. But Welsh people, they usually speak in Wales and with their native people, but English also is spoken. So I don't know.
30,000 crore rupees given to Mr. Anil Ambani.
Then what do we do?
30,000 crores given to Mr. Anil Ambani. 30,000 കോടി അനിൽ അംബാനിക്ക് അദ്ദേഹം ദാനമായി നൽകി. He's never made an aircraft in his life. He has never made an aircraft in his entire life.
He has never made an aircraft in his life.
Okay, ഈ അനിൽ അംബാനി ഒരു എയർക്രാഫ്റ്റ് പോലും അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ ഫാക്ടറിയിലോ അദ്ദേഹത്തിന്റെ കീഴിലോ ഇന്ന് വരെ ഉണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടില്ല.
फैक्ट्री में नहीं बनाया, मतलब ऐसे बना दिया है.
But he's given the world's biggest defense contract.
His total वो अलग अपने मूड में चल रहा है.
അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഒരു Narendra Modi gave 35,000 crores to Nirav Modi. 35,000 crores to Mehul Choksi.
I think he is not able to hear him. और ये थोड़ा Rahul Gandhi is talking too fast for him.
35,000 crores.
To him to comprehend, because when he's speaking, to him to comprehend it in English and then understand in his language and then deliver, that's the main issue.
Of debt to Mr. Anil Ambani, Vijay Mallya, Lalit Modi.
अरे उसको ट्रांसलेट करने के लिए समय दे दो भाई.
These are the people where this money is going to come from.
भूल गया वो. It's like that, जो टेस्ट होती है, like hearing and comprehending and then speaking.
Month we will put 72,000 rupees into 5 crore bank accounts.
ഓരോ മാസവും നമ്മൾ 72,000 കോടി രൂപ വീതം ഓരോ പാവപ്പെട്ട ആളുടെയും അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ കൊടുത്തു.
72,000 crore bank account.
72,000 രൂപ. 72,000 രൂപ.
We are going to do a surgical strike on poverty.
Surgical strike on poverty.
We are going to do a surgical strike on poverty.
നമ്മൾ ഈ economy
And it is important, not only for Tamil Nadu, but for India, that the Tamil government is controlled by the spirit of Tamil Nadu.
மத்தியிலே தமிழகத்துடைய மாபெரும் தலைவருடைய கை ஓங்கியிருந்த காலம் உண்டு.
Mr. Narendra Modi has handed the entire insurance sector to his business friends.
நரேந்திர மோடி அவர்கள் மக்களுக்காக அல்ல, தன்னுடைய
इसका अलग भाषण चल रहा है.
தொழில் வர்த்தக நண்பர்களுக்காகவே ஆட்சி நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கிறார்.
All the insurance of Jammu and Kashmir was given to Mr. Anil Ambani.
நம்முடைய இந்திய நாட்டுடைய முக்கியமான பகுதியாக இருக்க ஜம்மு காஷ்மீர் அனில் அம்பானி கையிலே.
Jammu Kashmir is handed over to Anil Ambani. Too funny. Yeah. These memes have some crazy level stuff.